May 25th, episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. I decided since I didn't get anything done on Monday that I would go live this morning. The weekend exhausted me. I forgot how hard it was to go 7 months between between events and go out there full bore. Let me go and get everything synced in together, and we will get this thing rolling right. Let's see, there it is right there. Come on up here. Throw a little likey right there. Can't love yourself, can't expect anybody else to either. Let's see here. There's a PSA and a share. Not set up. This app is still in development mode. I have access to it. Switch to registered test user. What? That's like super weird. Okay, so I guess we're not going to share it out on Facebook this morning because Facebook obviously is not working this morning. It says test app not set up. You do not have approval to use this app. But I was just on there on the phone earlier and it worked just fine. So what we'll do is we'll come over here to this one. We'll open that up. We'll slide this over. We'll come up here. We will find me. Let's see here. I'll hit this right here. We'll hit share right there. And we'll come over here and hit news feed. And voila. Don't know what's going on with the computer this morning, but it's being an obstinate little biatch, so say la vie. Let it be, where there's a will. Hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I decided to do a live stream this morning since I didn't get either the morning or the evening stream on Monday because, well, I was just completely pooped. I was shot something fierce. Here in 2 weeks, I'll be doing it all over again. Mark and I will be going down to Napanee, Indiana, to what's it called? The Barns of Napanee now. It's no longer called Amish Acres. For the Napanee Civil War event, Days of the Blue and the Gray. Looks like we got, we had folks watching. Looks like it's still just me. That's what happens when you go days and days or weeks and weeks and don't do something and then you all of a sudden do it. You surprise the diddles out of folks. I actually wanted to tell you guys about a little supernatural occurrence that happened during the Ren Fair before anybody else got there. it was actually quite odd. Um, you know, I've been on here long enough. You guys have caught a glimpse of the steel and the silver that I wear. And I was out cutting wood on Friday. No, Thursday, before anybody else got there. And they had these huge limbs set aside for me to utilize to put around my fire and stuff to keep people away from the fire and everything. And I was out cutting the wood, and I was using my old axe to cut it, and these rings started to dig into my fingers. So I walked back to camp, took the rings off, put them on my table right by my candle lantern on the east end of the table, and grabbed the new hatchet and went over to start cutting these limbs. And when I got done cutting them, I pulled the limbs over, set them up around the fire pit, and went back to get my rings, and they were gone. I thought that one of the local folks had been walking their dogs through or something like that, might have picked my rings up. And I wasn't as much upset about my pinnacle as I was upset about the pinky ring. The pinky ring was my grandfather's ring. He was a Mason, and when they had their little parties, per se, when they sat down to play cards or whatever, he would always put on his little gambler's ring. And this was in his stuff when he passed away, and it's the only one of his rings that I got. But I looked all over, all weekend long. All weekend long, I looked for these rings, and I thought for sure that they had been knocked on the ground or something, or stolen. You know, with the rain we got, stepped on, pushed into the mud. I was never going to see them again. I was even talking about breaking out the metal detector and getting out to look for my rings later on. Got home, started unpacking everything. I found these rings in a bag with my pills, and I had never gone in the tent. I had never gone in the tent for anything. So no clue how these rings got into the tent and under my bed in the bag with my Xarelto, my painkillers, my vitamins, stuff like that. Just completely blown away, no clue, I don't know. Now, there are some stories about that park, and, you know, one day I want to go back and actually do an investigation. There is, if you watch the video of the Ren Fair, just to the north of my tent, you will see a large, old stone, double-sided fireplace. Only stands about 6 feet tall. The openings on either side, on the east and west sides, are only probably a foot and a half by a foot, and it's got these big stone trays. It's probably, I would say it's probably 6 feet long by 6 feet tall, but it's only about 4 feet wide. And you got the smokestack in the center and an opening on both sides. And we're thinking, since there's no record of it being built, it was there when Niles became Niles. There's a suspicion that it was used to cook the maple, to make maple syrup. There's a large concentration of maple trees in the area and stuff, and they're thinking that it could have been an early settlement or something like that. And syrup was a major, production. Another little piece of evidence, when I was digging my fire pit, I actually dug up a spike, double-ended spike, It's about as big around in its thickest area as a Sharpie, but it's almost a foot long and comes to a very, very fine point on both ends. And we were supposed to have somebody from the local historical society come out and take a look at it, and they never showed. Good morning, Danny. Good to see you. Hey, Ian. But yeah, very interesting location, Plym Park there. I do want to get some of the crew together and go check out that place some evening and just find out what might be there. 'Cause like I said, the ring thing, that was freaky enough, but the more I sat and thought about it, and the fact that with that large fireplace there, it obviously was not the kind of fireplace to go in a cabin. It was an outside cooker for something. But since there's no record of it ever being built, it existed before the city became the city. And with the different groups of people, the different ethnicities, and stuff that settled the Niles, Michigan area, it's hard telling. So I think it'd be worth going into Plym Park and doing an investigation some night. Ian came down thinking we were going to do an investigation, and originally I planned to. But I figured with everything else going on, I wouldn't be able to concentrate on an investigation. Besides that, I didn't want to do one by myself. I like to share those things with Danny and Mark and Randy and Tommy and whoever else wants to come along. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. I'm going to sit down. It takes too much energy to concentrate. Yep. Well, you know what they say about concentrate. You know about the girl sitting there staring at the box of orange juice for hours because it said concentrate on it. Ian, I hope your burnt pizza was good. I know that pizza that I had. I know that pizza I had Friday evening was awesome. Camping this weekend. We will be remote. Remote's always nice. Mark and I will be going out the week after next. Mark will be out this week. He and I will both be down in Napanee in 2 weeks. Very remote. Yuck, 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 yuck. Let me see here. Morning, Mark. Good to see you, bud. Oh, I know. Dude, I woke up this morning. I hadn't heard anything about it yesterday. I came in here this morning, sat down, turned on the computer, and cried. I just broke down. I couldn't believe that you know, and they'll never know why. They will never know why I do not like this thing blocking my face. They'll never know why he did it, and that's what's really sad is, you know, all anybody knows is that he was upset because he didn't graduate. Him and his grandma got in a fight. He shot her, took off in the truck, wrecked the truck. Don't know how he managed to do what he done, but he completely broke the axle and everything, or broke the, it looks like he broke the ball joints and stuff on the driver's side front wheel. The truck was sitting here, the wheel was laying like this on the driver's side. A passerby said they seen him get out of the vehicle with a backpack and guns, and he strolled straight into the school. They didn't have a locking mechanism. They didn't have anything on the door. He just strolled straight into this school and opened fire the second he walked in the front door. If this is not another call to arm our educators, and what's really sad is they have camera equipment. They had cameras outside the school, showed him walking up to the school carrying guns. There's no lockdown button to lock all the doors and secure them. And exactly, our schools are locked down constantly. Even with the cameras, at our schools here in Michigan, I gotta walk up there, buzz the button, even though they can see it's me, they know who I am. I gotta buzz the button, tell them why I'm there, for them to, so I can open the door. Yeah, you would think with the situations in the schools, the way they've been over the last 25 years. When was Columbine? You would think they would start learning a lesson or two on how to lock the schools down and stuff. I mean, that's where our children are at. Those things should be deadbolted and armed constantly. They should be their own little Fort Knoxes protecting our kids. Let me see here. You think they learned from Sandy Hook? The school needs to be accountable too. So what bans will be needed now? Morning, Tony. I don't. 99. So see, you're talking 23 years ago? I don't think there's going to be any additional bans. What they're looking at right now, I'm going to take this thing off, guys. It is getting warm in here. We're up to almost 60 degrees already. What they're looking at doing right now is they're talking about, at least for the remainder of the school year, no backpacks, nothing bigger than a handheld purse. Lunch boxes still. I mean, even though you can fit 3 9mm into a lunch box, but no backpacks, anything like that. What they're trying to figure out is this kid. Okay, this kid at 18 years old, on his 18th birthday, walked into a gun store and bought 2 ARs. On his 18th birthday. Okay, this kid's not even 19 yet. He was pissed off because he didn't graduate, got in a fight with his grandma, shot and killed her, took off in the truck, wrecked the truck right there by the school, and just proceeded to walk to the school. It's not even like it was his original target. He just wanted a target. So, since he wrecked by the school, he picked the school. They look at bands every second or every day. No, that's true. Um, 'Cause you're hot. Why, thank you, sir. Hey, KG. Good morning. The really sad thing is that because this kid did not graduate, he flipped shit. He flipped shit and decided someone was going to die. So obviously there was something wackadoo about this kid. How did he pass a background check to buy 2 ARs on his 18th birthday? Second question, where did this kid get almost $2,000 to buy 2 ARs on his 18th birthday? Why, yes, it is Hump Day, and I hope each and every one of you have a nice hump. It's supposed to rain here today. I hope it don't rain where you guys are at. So, I really hope and pray that you guys all have dry humps. Yeah, exactly, Tony. Where'd the kid get the money? ARs aren't cheap. I remember when my son got out of the service, he wanted to get his 45 that he carried in the service, and he wanted an AR. And we were looking at ARs in the gun shop, and my God, they were anywhere between 700 and 900,000. Just depends on what kind of extra goodies you wanted hooked to it. Let me see here. Yuck, 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 yuck. Lots of little camel humps. Little furry humps. Boop, boop. Pricey as hell now. Yeah, I've not looked at an AR since, oh God, when did my son get out? Must have been 2013, 2014. 38 Magnum and a 12 gauge tack. Nice home protective pieces. Good morning, Candy. Good to see you. I own lots of, well, a couple guns. But yeah, I didn't intend on talking about it this morning. I mean, part of me originally wanted to, but it's sad. It's sad, and my thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the 19 children and the two teachers whose lives tragically ended yesterday down in Texas. That was a very sad situation. Oh, geez, you bloody crime. Hold on a second, guys. Hello? Oh, hello.
Hi. Sorry, I was out of the building yesterday, and so I just getting back in and getting settled. It's harder to take a day off than be here.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Well, and see, with everything going on yesterday, um, down in Texas, I just figured that even up here the schools were being extra precautious and um, stuff like that. I thought about it this morning, and it's like, oh man, they were probably just watching, listening, stuff like that. So, um, no,
in regards to the write-up, so I didn't handle any of it. I just saw it come through the teacher kind of handled it. So what it stated was that they were in class, and yes, this girl was wanting to go to the office. It was not as like a dramatic of an attack as like they were making it mean. And the teacher actually it was Soloway, and they asked if they could take her, and Miss always like, no, she's fine. She can go on her own. So there was a couple girls. They sat back down, and then they just snuck out and left. So it wasn't like they were in the hallway taking. They were in class. Miss always said, no, she can make it on her own, or I'll call somebody. And they just snuck out. All of a sudden, they were just gone. So
hmm.
that's what the write-up made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because, the girls made it sound like this girl was begging them to take her, that she was losing her cookies, and they didn't say anything about the teacher. They
Oh
said
yeah.
they took her to the office. They tried to calm her down because she was having this panic attack, or anxiety attack or whatever it was, and she was just completely losing her frickin' brain. I mean, she was asking them to please take her, and they took her down there, and then they got wrote up for doing it. And I'm like, well, wait a second. I said, you were trying to help a fellow student who was in trouble, and you got wrote up. I said, that makes as much sense as if you're getting beat up by a bully and you hit him back, then you both get wrote up. I said, wait a second. I said, okay, I'm going to call Miss May, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this, because that's just too weird of a story. So, and that's why I'm really happy I have your phone number, saved in my phone, because if I have any questions, I know I can always come to you.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
So I basically was just leaving the room without permission, and I don't like once they did bring the girl down, and they did not stay down here with her. We got her and the girl we called home. Like it was not as dramatic as making it sound.
okay.
It was basically they left the classroom without permission. Were they trying to probably be very kind out of their heart? Absolutely. But the teacher said you don't need to go. It's fine. Not make it a bigger thing than what it is. It'll be fine. But then they, yep, then they turn around and they go.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'll write up and I see. I think it went in as a major. That's assuming that their incentive was it went in as a minor. I don't just have to read it all through, um, but then, I mean that's the only repercussions. It's not like suspension and a bunch of things, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And it's not like follows them around and haunts them for the rest of their life.
I told her, I said, you realize, I said, you're in the eighth grade. I said, you have made it actually 11 year or 9, 10 years with 4 Rangers. I said, you have never gotten in trouble. I said, now look at you. Here you are, just a week and a half away from high school, and you're just screwing up all around. So I said, good job there, Skippy, for trying to help somebody out. Bad job for getting wrote up for doing it. So, all right, cool. I'll let her mom know exactly what, because, yeah, nothing was said about the teacher being told not to go. Of course, kids are only going to tell you half the story, and that's why I come to the source to
Yep.
get the, my dad always said when a tree falls in the forest, there's always three sides to the story: yours, the trees, and the truth.
That's absolutely right. So, like I said, I think if she was trying to actually be kind to do it out of her, it was just a matter of, already being told you don't need to go and then leaving without permission.
Okay, I'll let her mom know.
Yeah, if it was like a serious thing, like no way would she kind of, you know what I mean? Like if she was bleeding and her
Yeah.
never remember something like that, so,
Okie doke.
okay,
All right.
thanks for checking,
Thank you for letting me know.
you're welcome, have a
Mhm.
great day,
You too.
thanks.
Bye bye. All right. Well, there we go. There's just one more. That's the kind of communication right there that I was talking about earlier when it comes to the schools. So now I can go back up here and I can check the rest of this chatty stuff here. Goes to Rama Baby. I got mine for 1100 M16, same platform. Oh yeah, most definitely. Not much into it. Ain't nothing I saw was really sad. Is there anybody in there? Barrel coffee sticker on the back. Oh yeah, I got that. I got that gun barrel coffee sticker hanging back here. And it was McDonald's drive-through, funny as hell. Morning, Ty, good to see you. And the suspect games like background. Could have DC to put it up. Oh no, something like that. I didn't want to put on speakerphone. Basically, what happened, to give you guys the gist of it. When I was away this weekend, of course, I call home. I talk to the wife, talk to the daughter, stuff like that. Friday night, when I called home to find out what was going on, my daughter informed me she got wrote up at school for helping one of the kids who was having an anxiety attack, down to the office, trying to calm her down, stuff like that. And I said, well, that makes about as much sense as if you're getting beat up at school. If you defend yourself, then you both get detention or, kicked out of school or wrote up or whatever the case may be. I said, why did you get wrote up for helping the girl to the office and trying to calm her down if she was having a severe anxiety attack? She said, I don't know. She was crying. She was begging us to take her. We took her down there. We all got wrote up for it, for helping her out. Said, okay, I'm going to call the teacher or the principal since I have her on, have her number saved on my phone. I'm going to find out the truth. Well, come to find out, the teacher wrote in her report that, number one, the girl was just upset. She wasn't having an anxiety attack. And my daughter and one of the other girls asked if they could take her down there and calm her down. The teacher said, no, she's fine. She's just upset. She can make it there on her own. And I guess the teacher turned her back to do something on the chalkboard. My daughter and this other girl, and then the girl having the anxiety attack, all snuck out of the classroom and, left the classroom without permission. And walked her down to the office and then, immediately left the office, went back to the classroom. It's amazing how you only get part of the story from your children. So, I commend my daughter on trying to do what I've always told her to do and help somebody in need. I, however, am not commending my daughter on lying to us, only telling us half a story and doing something that she was told by an authority figure not to do. So, that's the situation. And the principal, that was the principal on the phone. She was actually reading the report to me on what happened, since she was not party to the actual scenario. Morning, Santee. Hope you're doing good this morning, sir. So, after the live stream, I'll be having a talk with dear old mom, and somebody will probably be losing their electronics for a day or two for lying to us. Or, well, only putting it in half-truth. Do not put it past the teacher to lie. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's happened before. But you know, it's like I was just telling and I agree with that as well, Ty. I agree with that as well. Sometimes doing the noble thing means disobeying orders. I completely and totally agree. You know, there we go again with the itchy nose thing. Somebody's trying to, some higher power is trying to tell me I'm going to have company, and every single time it does this, it's just lying to me. I never have company. Nobody ever comes to see me. Ask James Kirk. Yeah, exactly. It's a Wednesday. Exactly. Yeah, I know you're going to be here soon. Um, I hope you have, I hope you have enough for a hotel room for a few days because if your friends are bringing you up and the kids are coming and you're coming and the dog's coming and two chipmunks and probably a rabid squirrel because you live in Iowa and nothing's right in Iowa. Um, hope you're planning on staying in a hotel. I don't have any room here anymore. Now that I have a 13-year-old daughter, she needs her room. And you don't want to sleep in the living room with grandma because you're going to see things you've just never wanted to see before. Um, we were getting ready for bed last night. She was sitting on the couch waiting for Ash to come out of the bathroom. Ash finally came out of the bathroom. Grandma stood up and automatically acted like she was going to the theater, started picking her seat. I turned around. I turned around. I looked at Steph. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I think Grandma just stuck two fingers up her butt, trying to pull her nightgown out of her butt crack." There's gonna be things, Bud, you just don't want to see. Take my word for it. You got a campground. I got tents. Yeah, our nearest campground, Bud, is 7 miles away, and I think you're cheaper staying at the Marriott. I was talking to little dude the other night or the other day at the store. His mom and dad own the campground, and they're 50. They got a waiting list of 50 people trying to get in there right now. So yeah, people come to Michigan to ski in the wintertime. People come to Michigan to camp in the summertime. And there's the little motel, only about 15 minutes away, 20 minutes away. Castle Inn, where Steph and I stayed before we took off on our honeymoon. It's a nice little place. I mean, it's not a 4 star. You know, they don't have a continental breakfast in the morning. Um, you might get really lucky, find a half-eaten bagel out in the parking lot or something like that. But I mean, um, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes by car. 15, 20 minutes by car. We're lucky we share a property with Shane. Yeah, dude, I need to get a hold of Shane too. I need to talk to him about the Ren Fair up there at Turkeyville. Um, I think I think that'd be kind of cool to do. I like doing the Civil War event at Turkeyville. I think I would really enjoy doing the Ren Fair up there. That's a nice big piece of land, and with Shane and his wife running it, I think that would be a cool event to do. Not to mention, I like Shane. I always enjoyed hanging around. I always enjoyed hanging around with smart people, which is probably why I like all you guys. Because y'all come at me from different angles with different ideas. It's like having a great big council meeting. Have I talked to Captain Bob recently? No. No, I don't usually start talking to Captain Bob until around June-ish. I know they're tossing around the idea for a cowboy event out at Mooresville instead of just doing the Civil War event in October. So I'll be talking to them sometime soon. This coming Monday, Mark will be joining me for the Memorial Day Parade. We'll be marching in it. Mark will be doing his Vietnam representation. I'll be doing Indian Wars. So we'll see what happens with that. Of course, you know, I'll have little grumpy girl down there doing the 21 gun salute with the VFW. Danny, you are more than welcome to bring, I don't even know what to call it, Ecto 9, the Jeep, the big bad whoop-de-whoop. You're more than welcome to bring her down here and run her in the parade too. I'm real good friends with the guy that puts the parade on. He actually contacted me to see if I was going to be in the parade, and when I called him back, he already had me listed on the parade because he knew I wouldn't pass up the chance to do it. So I've yeah, there you go, Ecto Jeep, the Jeepto. What the hell was that? Looked like I was having a seizure for a second. If you guys will excuse me real quick, I got to go take a pee-pee. We have to be up here and or in town and down by the post office at 9:30. The parade starts, I think, promptly at 10 or 10:30. But he asked that everybody be there in front of the post office by 9:30. So they can start getting people arranged. But give me a second. I got to run to the outhouse. I'll be right back. You guys do your thing. I'll be right back. want to break free. I want to break free. All right. Let me see here. Thank you, Santee. I'm planning on having some fun. We always have fun in the parade. Oh, there's a Danny message right there. I'm going to have to look at that after the stream is over. Yeah, guys, definitely check out Unrestricted Paranormal. Danny had a live stream, or had a stream last night, and asked me to join in with him. And the wife and I had plans last night. Our local bar has just started trying to get their stuff in to do pizzas, and they since the wife and I have numerous years in pizza production, and have asked us in council, you know, what's the best kind of dough to use, what's the best kind of oven to use, they were supposed to have everything in last night. We were going to go down and be the first people to sample the pizza, give the cooks have no pizza experience whatsoever. These guys are used to using deep fryers and stuff. But we were going to offer them up any advice, maybe even go back in the kitchen and prepare a pizza so they could see how it's done. And we got up there, and they haven't even got the pizza dough in yet. The prep table's on back order still. They got the oven. So we wound up having a free dinner last night, and of course I had a whitefish basket. The wife had rib tips, and the bill was on the bar. So that was kind of nice. But I didn't get a chance to join Danny for his stream with Dr. Lynch, who is a frickin' genius. I love this guy. Dr. Lynch is awesome. You guys want to see a good live stream, check out Unrestricted Paranormal's live stream from last night with Dr. Lynch. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You're right. Any live stream with Dr. Lynch is magical. Oh yeah, we could do it next week. I need a little bit more than a couple hours warning. I know I told you I'm more than happy to be your new co-host on, Unrestricted Paranormal streams and stuff, but I need more than a couple hours notice. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Yes, please get more coffee, Candy. We need, that's the new show dates. Okay. All right, so there you have it, guys. That's when Unrestricted Paranormal is going to be hitting the waves. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Be there or be not there. Oh, Battleship. Battleship. Yeah, I need to get them. I need to get them guys to sponsor me, Danny. I'm getting low on coffee again. Drink coffee like a demon around here. Right now, I'm drinking generic coffee. Need some good quality coffee in this place. Good quality coffee and good cigars. Some makings of a good life right there. So what did you guys think of those videos yesterday? I have never, since I started the original channel in 2019, I have never done 2 videos in one day. Of course, you know, I done the premiere last night of our weekend adventures. I'm gonna turn this fan up, guys, because you know my chestnuts are roasting and there's no fire. Bloody cheese Louise. You know, of course, we got the heater on for that crazy old woman out there. It's only 58 degrees. Of course, you know, anything below 85, she thinks she's dying. I got the heater vent blocked off in this room, and it's still ungodly freaking hot. I got the window open here, the fan pointing at me. So, yep. From this day forward, Unrestricted Paranormal is hosted by Dan Holroyd and Drew Ellsworth. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, I done the premiere last night. Before I done the premiere, of course, you know, I released the video on Elmer Ellsworth, my own ancestor, the first man to die during the Civil War, 24 years old, and how he died. That's some really screwed up stuff right there. Cut down a Confederate flag from the top of an inn in Alexandria, Virginia, and was shot in the chest by a shotgun coming down the stairs. And of course, you know, the private right behind him, Brownlee, come around with his musket and shot the inn owner, killing him. Of course, you know, he insult to injury, bayoneted him a few times, but he was still one of the first Medal of Honor recipients in the country for, even though he couldn't save his commanding officer, he avenged his death during time of war. So, but Ren was fun, dude. You missed out on a good time. I know you said you were going to try to make it down on Sunday, and I'm sorry you didn't. It was fun. Mark and his wife and the kids were there. Ian stopped by for a little bit, hung out, took some pictures and stuff. It was good. It was good. It was a lot of fun. A lot of great people there. And that fair is growing by leaps and bounds. It was another quarter size bigger this year than it was last year, with more performers, more vendors, more entertainment, more food vendors. if it keeps growing like this, they're actually contemplating finding a piece of private land and putting it on that piece of land, you know. And of course, you know, I showed them pictures or told them about Texas Renaissance Festival, how it's on a piece of privately owned land. They have got permanent structures built where a lot of people don't even have to have tents. You just go in and say, I want this building, and they lease it to you for the entire month, which the Texas Renaissance Festival is 30 days. It's not just weekends. It is every single day for 30 days, I believe the month of October. You've got your selling space in the front, and in the back you've actually got beds, bathrooms, stuff. You live there for a month. So it's nice little vacation time, and you make some money in the process. I just wish I had the funds to bring in different items and stuff, because the vendors that were there, oh my God, they were making money hand over fist. People were, I don't have it anymore. I cut it up yesterday. People were in such a frenzy to spend money, they were dropping their credit cards and stuff on the ground. Being head of security, I was also lost and found, and I had debit cards and credit cards and wallets and all kinds of stuff that was reported missing, that people had dropped or lost or something. Busy with the yard. Oh yeah, of course. Luckily, we had one of our friends that I was going to have to mow the yard this week, and we had one of our friends come by night before last and say, hey, I just got a brand new mower. I picked it up on the side of the road. I've been working on it. I'm going around to some of my friends' places, just testing it out. Do you care if I mow your yard? Do I care if you do something I don't like doing? Hell no, I don't care. You want a beer? So he did. He mowed everything. Of course, I still got to go out and weed eat, but he mowed the yard. Holly. Who was I talking to? Sunny last night. She does Holly as well. And I'm actually contemplating doing Holly. Of course, in August, I will be at the Michiana Renaissance Fair in South Bend. This year, they have actually moved it out to the St. Joe County Fairgrounds. So, you know, because they keep it's growing so fast, they keep running out of parking. Well, of course, you know, the St. Joe County Fairgrounds, if you live here in the area, they host the huge concerts like the Big Growl and the B100 Birthday Bash. So they've got parking for over 100,000 people. So I really honestly don't think they're going to run out of parking for the Ren Fair. The Michiana event, let me see here. I'll look on Googly real quick. Let me see here. August 27th and 28th is the Michiana Ren Fair. Yeah, August 27th and 28th out at the fairgrounds. right after Ghost-orama. Of course, I'll be hanging out with those old nasty pirates. Um, I'll be camping down there with them. They do a lot of different, really fun stuff. Oh God, yes, Candy has her coffee. Everyone's safe for the time being. Well, kind of safe. Arr. Yes, to be a pirate. You know, it's really kind of funny too. I was watching Robot Chicken night before last, and they showed they showed one of the clips of it was a game show, and they showed the host standing up there, and there was a guy, a girl, and a pirate, and he said all they showed was the pirate with his head bowed down, and the host said, "I'm sorry, there's no R." But the group I'll be hanging out with, they do a lot of sword fighting and just general entertaining, and it's they're a very good group. Of course, the captain of that group, the guy who organized that crew, he was also there this weekend with me. Rode his bike from Sturgis, Michigan, up Sunday morning, and rode his bike all the way over there with his sword strapped to his back and everything else. And he was sitting at stoplights. People were just snapping pictures and stuff like that. And he got to camp and stripped off the leather and put on his had all of his pirate gear on underneath the leather, which was just funny as hell. And he walked around as a rascally pirate all day long. Of course, you guys seen at the beginning of the video how my weekend started out. Thursday night was great. I actually slept on top of the covers. It was so nice. Friday was warm. Friday night the storms rolled in. We had one rope break. That is definitely something I need to do, is get new ropes. Because yeah, they curse snapped, and it caused a dip right above my bed, a dip right above the breezeway where the table was at, and a dip in the storage area. So needless to say, I brought home wet everything. And Saturday night, I figured, you know, since it was nice all day Saturday, I figured things would dry out, but they didn't, because not only was it cool temperatures, but there was no breeze. So, you know, I tried to crawl in bed Saturday night. Everything was still wet. So, along about 2 o'clock in the morning, my butt went out, threw about 5 logs on the fire, pulled my chair up there, put on my my Jon Snow cloak, pulled the hood up over my head, and went to sleep by the fire. So, you can get paracord. That looks old-timey. Oh no, they want rope. A lot of these, not to mention the fact that most of the history events I do, they want sisal rope. So instead of having two sets of cords, I just keep rope. Sadly enough, rope gets wet a few times. It becomes unstable and will snap in high winds and stuff like that. So I gotta, buy more rope. But I see. Yeah, authentic. Hopefully next year, though, we're able to get our hands on a small trailer, order the hitch for the back of the Crown Vic, and we'll have the actual Viking house built for next year. Wooden sides, waterproof canvas roof, even able to put a fire inside. This thing is so big, it breaks down into 8-foot panels. It's actually 16 by 9. We can make it 16 by 8 and get away with it. And then of course, have the 9-foot peak on it. So that's the plans for next year. There's no way we can accomplish it this year, but we're looking for a small, like an 8x8 trailer. If anybody has an old shitty trailer sitting in their backyard somewhere, have your people call my people. I'd even be happy with an old boat trailer. Something that I can just put a floor on, put a couple short walls on it, and get it done that way. Normally my poles and everything get strapped to the top of the Crown Vic, but these are oak panels that we're using. In the 6-foot by 8, or in the 7-foot by 8-foot design that they're in right now, they're over 100 pounds a piece. So by taking 3 foot off of them, we're only going to drop the weight by about a quarter. So they're still going to be about 65 pounds a piece, and we need to take 6 of them with us. That's a little bit too much weight to have riding on up above your head going down the road. Hit the right bump and you just might find out that your car becomes a compact real quick. Of course, the Viking house is divided up. It actually has a bedroom in the back where the cots can go, where all your personal stuff can go. The front is like the meat hall. You can put the burn tubs in there, and a long table to sit and kick it with your friends and everything, and stay warm when the weather gets cold. Good morning, Stephen. Hope you're doing well this morning. Of course, the nice thing about it is when we do Mountain Man or anything like that, we can take this thing along for that too, because it would fit the log cabin scenario. Turkey legs. Yes, they had turkey legs there. They had big turkey legs there. These things look like pterodactyl. They look like pterodactyl legs. I mean, these things were like that big around and that long. That's what I was actually doing this weekend. Danny, was I had that breezeway set up, so I had the baker tent on one side, I had the lean-to on the other for storage, and I had the breezeway in between them with the big long table in there. In case it was nice weather, people wanted to come over and hang out and, you know, BS around, do some trading, whatever the case may be. That was a kind of a nice setup, honestly. I really got a kick out of that. I had a couple people sitting at the table at one time when it wasn't, you know, like raining on us and stuff. Well, let me see here. About 45 minutes left. Of course, I'm already looking at the next video for this week. I don't really know what it's going to be on yet. I got a couple of really good ideas. So we'll just see what happens over the next day or two. Back, miss anything? A little song, a little dance, Batman's on lamps. That's about it. But we're getting back into that busy season, and you know, as long as the donations keep coming in, I'll be able to hit the events and bring you guys more really cool, funny videos like the Ren Fair was. I'm going to try to have Mark's wife filming the parade on Monday for Memorial Day, and of course, you know, I'll be down there at Napanee at the Napanee Days of Blue and Gray, filming that one for you guys too. I'm off to start my day. I have a new Frankenfest ad recordings for you. Awesome. That's good, because I want to start. Me and you need to get a hold or get with each other anyway, Danny, and figure out the different fests and cons coming up, and how I can join you on those. I also need to get with you on that proton pack and figure out what we can do with that. So I'm not showing up to any conventions or anything partially naked. And Captain Bomb ends up doing the cowboy thing. Oh, I'll let you know. Ty. But you have a good day, Danny, and like I said, we'll try to find a way to chat about some of this stuff this summer. I'm feeling better. The clot isn't bothering me near as much anymore. I still have those days when my calf and everything is really tight. But other than that, I'm feeling 100 times better than I did this time last month. So I'm ready to fire it up. All right, sounds good, bud. You have a good day. I'll holler at you later. Oh, no problem, Ty. I'll most definitely. I'll see if I'll message Captain Bob later today, and see what's going on with that. But yeah, the last time I seen Captain Bob was in March at the Living History trade show. And when I mentioned it to him, he just kind of chuckled about it. And I told him, you know, I talked to your father-in-law last year and mentioned it to him. And he's like, fine with me, organize it. And I'm like, it's not my property, dude. Talk to your son-in-law. have him organize it and then let me know what's going on. Which you'll love Chuck. He is just he's like that that father-in-law or stepdad to everybody. You have an idea. The more stuff going on out there, the happier Chuck is. So, you bring an idea to him, he'll just look at you and say, take care of it. For generic coffee, this really honestly isn't bad, but it ain't no Battleship coffee. It ain't no well, that really good coffee with the candy cane in it that shall remain nameless that I got for Christmas from Santee. That Arbuckle stuff. Oh, I said the name. Damn it. When I come out to see, we already have to do some. Oh, yeah, I know. We have to do some film work together. We got to get your channel back up and running. That is my main concern. Of course, we'll do some recording for this channel together. Probably hit an investigation or two while you're here. But we need to get your channel back up and running. So here it is. It's the middle of the week. What does everybody got going? What's everybody got planned? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do this week? What are you doing this weekend? I know y'all got plans. You people are all smart people. You don't sit around bored looking at the same four walls every day. Don't act all excited about it or anything. Well, I am excited. Seeing you again after a couple years, And as for the material on your page, dude, there is a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff out in Iowa. You just need to motivate your butt to go take care of it. I plan on having a cattle prod here when you get here to motivate you. Nothing in my town is boring, nothing to do here. Oh, piddle poop. There's always stuff. There's always stuff. There's always a history to every town. There's a history to every old building. There's stories to every old person. You just got to go out and get them. Staying out of the rain. Yeah, actually, I kind of do look the same. Four walls. Tony's staying out of the rain. Yeah, it's supposed to rain here today, which really kind of sucks because I want to do stuff outside today. But, hell, in this town, I've lived the history. Tony, you are the history. Motivation. Well, I'll tell you right now. I don't know why you put so much faith in me for being motivational. Um, I just don't. I don't like to sit idle. I like to try to find things to do, whether I'm doing them on the computer, whether I'm leaving the house to do them. I was actually asked to. I was contacted and asked to volunteer at our museum here in town, the Log Cabin Museum, and I still might. It just depends. They want me to come in on the weekends, though, which if there's an event going on. Now, I am seriously thinking about getting a hold of the curator for the museum and asking her about doing an investigation of the museum because of a lot of the pieces that are in there. Uh, Several of them came from some of the original settlers of this township and stuff. So several of the items in the museum are pre-Civil War, going all the way back into coming to this country in the first place. French and Indian War, Revolutionary War, War of 1812, um, Civil War, Indian Wars. So, not to mention we have stuff from World War One, World War Two, Korea, Vietnam, Native American stuff. When I was out there, we didn't do a lot of sitting around. We were doing something. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They do much. They do much in this town. I can't go anywhere because I don't drive. So yeah, I don't get out much. I don't drive either. I rely on the kindness of friends and family and stuff like that to get me out to different locations. That's the only way I go anywhere, is relying on friends and family. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable. Buh, 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 buh. I don't have friends or family in this podunk town. When I come see you, I'll be your friend with wheels. Well, I'm just hoping when you make it out here that, um, and you know, it's a shame that you won't have the funds and stuff to come out the second week of June or the second weekend of June. That's when Napanee uh, Days of Blue and the Gray are. And that is a nice second year event. It's hosted by one of the infantry groups out of Indiana. And it's a great event. That's all I can say is it's a great event. And I wish you could be out here for that event. You'll enjoy it. There's always stuff going on, Civil War-ish stuff, whether we're sitting down leaning against a tree, smoking a cigar or a pipe, telling lies to each other. There's a lot of really great vendors there. There's all kinds of stuff. There's it's a great battlefield. The whole shebang, man. That would be an event that I think you'd really like. Oh, that too. That too. But, you know, I'd just like for you to, which, by the way, I've been adding to that bag, so I find stuff all the time. Not only will you be helping me out, but you'll be making my wife a very happy person as I slowly clean out the stuff that I don't use. Because frankly, right now, I'm running out of room. You sit and think about it. How easy is it to cram 700 years into one room? I got a fraudulent charge from a Walmart third-party vendor Sunday. What? A Walmart third-party vendor? Holy crap, always. For what, Tony? What did they try to say that you purchased or something that cost $1,009? Did you buy a 72-inch TV, Tony? Oh, two Bluetooth radio things? Okay. Damn. That's insane, man. But those third-party vendors, dude, I have stuff every day from, of course, you know, they're fraudulent. From Google, from Walmart, from building supply places, you know, receipt verified check or receipt order verified check for receipt verification, and the second that you open it to see what it's about, it automatically, especially if you keep your stuff online, if you do a lot of ordering and stuff online and stuff like that, they will nail any information you have the second you open it to see what it's about. Whenever I see order verified anything, I erase it right away. I don't even look at it. They cost not much. I contacted Walmart. They got involved. That's the smart thing to do. That's a smart thing to do because they are technically responsible for their vendors, be them first party, second party, third party. They're responsible. So I just seen a thing on the news here a couple months ago where Walmart got slapped with a $250,000 lawsuit because of fraudulent orders, and Walmart had to pay it out. And I did a new card, and now I'm redoing all my online. But yeah, that's why I don't pay anything online. Well, I take that back. When I do the Google thing or something like that, of course I do, but I only use the prepaid card deals. I'll take the money off of one card, get a prepaid card from the bank, and I only use it once. So every time I do an order, unless I do multiple orders in one day, every time I do an order online, I use a different throwaway card. like I'll go to the dollar store and I'll buy a Google card or something like that, and I'll put, money on it, and then I'll do everything off that one card, and then at the end of my orders, I throw it in the trash. Oh, so you're gonna leave, Ty? You're just gonna just up and leave? Whatever, screw you. Go. I don't want you. Go. Go. Just up and walk out with 28 minutes left. Just do your thing. That's fine. That's fine. Tony has bill shit to take care of. Candy has coffee to make. KG's just frickin' sitting there like she normally is. But you just want to up and take off. That's how I feel about that. Pay attention to stuff like my bank statements, checking on my account online every other day or so. That's smart. That's smart because the way these thieves work anymore, especially online, it seems like every day somebody invents some new app or some new something, which makes it easier for them to do the whole fraud thing online. That's why I've never been a huge fan of advanced technology. I still have a lot of old shit that I use, lower quality phones, older computers. I stay away from, now the one thing I do have on my computer that I really like, when I go on to certain websites to look for things, it'll let me know if it's a secure website or an unsecured website. If it's an unsecured website, I avoid it like the plague. It has to be secured by the company. I don't care if there's a gun or something on there, or a knife or something that I really need. I'll find it someplace else. I completely stay away from it. That's probably the one thing about this computer that I really like, is the fact that it lets me know what's secured and what's not secured. Y'all notice how I was giving Ty a raft of shit about leaving, and he didn't even wait. He didn't even wait to see what kind of comment I was making. He just left. Yeah, and see, it came on this computer. I mean, it just, like I said, the boy that built this computer for me 2 years ago, last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was, he knew what he was doing. I mean, he's built gaming computers and things for years for his friends. He's got an entire closet full of computer parts. And when he took my mother-in-law's computer apart and built it and used the case to build this computer, he threw in a lot of advanced stuff for me that I didn't count on him throwing in. So, like I said, I am currently working on or looking for a good subject for the third video for the week. Um, Monday, Mark and I and possibly Danny will all be doing the Memorial Day parade here. Mark will be going dressed in Vietnam. I will be going dressed Indian Wars. Danny will be going dressed as a Ghostbuster. We should make a nice little, I wish we had a banner. I wish we had a banner that had all of our, everything we do on it, that we could carry in the parade. But we don't. So, I mean, that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Look up Night Witches. Crypt Keeper, good morning. Hope you're doing well today. Look up Night Witches. Alright, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to look up Night Witches. Ah, the female pilots. German. Die Nachtflixen. Russian. Can't read it because it's all kind of Russian-y. Nochye. Oh, okay, there we go. Nochnie Vedne. World War II German nickname for all female military aviators. Cool. I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to that. That looks interesting. Anything like that, I'm doing well, thank you. I hope everyone has a great day. Just wanted to come show some support. I appreciate that, Crypt Keeper. I appreciate that. This refers to a specific group of Russian women pilots. Very nice. I'll look and see what I can do on that one. That's always interesting. Oh, goodness gracious sakes, guys. I'm so looking forward to this summer. It's not been the normal overly wet spring. So even though there were some mosquitoes out at camp this weekend, it wasn't overly bad. I mean, I didn't come home looking all puffy, like I had just had, acupuncture done or something like that. Maybe it'll stay like that. Of course, I'm saying this as it's starting to rain outside. Um, so who knows? Who knows? Of course, is it this weekend? Let me look and see here. Mappy. No, it's next weekend. Next weekend is the very first festival that we're going to have here in town at the new pier and the new beach. They'll have bands, food vendors, stuff like that. I might do a little bit of footage at that too. That's something that we do every few weeks during the summer months here, since the town got that grant from the state. Put in the new pier, put in the new beach, the new boardwalk downtown. All right, Tony, you have a good day, bud. Take care of yourself, and we'll catch you later. I don't know who the band's going to be at this first show, but the bands they call in here are all local Michiana bands, and so far everyone I've seen has been pretty damn good. So, of course, I'll get that one there. I'll try to get that to go on. Of course, I'll probably put that video out on Sunday. I think it'd be Sunday 4th. And then, like I said, last day of the month, Memorial Day, Mark and I and Danny will be in that parade. Of course, you'll get footage from that if I can work it out. Trying to think. I believe the 6th or 7th. What kind of event is it? Well, the Memorial Day thing, of course, is just the parade. The city thing going on is just something they do on Saturday nights now that we have the new boardwalk and stuff. It's just a town festival. I keep saying city. It's a village festival. We call them villages here in Michigan because they're so small. But they'll have bands, they'll have beer tents, they'll have food vendors, everybody will be at the beach playing. Really cool, really cool. And then coming up, I believe the 6th or 7th, again, I have to look at my calendar here. I might as well just pull it up. And I believe it's the 6th. We will have that investigation of the town of David, the old amusement park and everything that was put up by the religious cult here in Michigan during the mid 20th century. They built the fair, campground, zoo, abandoning it in the late 70s. The mystery behind that is that they are notorious for sacrifices, and a lot of the animals that they had at the zoo, only a percentage of the animals were sent to other zoo locations. Some of them just vanished. We don't know if they were released into the forest and stuff around there. People have reported stories of big cats, of bear, of all kinds of things, different animals that are not, they don't call Michigan a home. Let's just put it that way. And then, let me see here. The next weekend, 10th, 11th, and 12th, Mark and I, and well, possibly Tyler, if he can make it up here, will be doing the Napanee Days of the Blue and the Gray Civil War reenactment. Another very interesting and well put together event. That's cool. My old hometown kind of did something like that, like a street fair all weekend. Yeah, see, ours is just a one-night thing. They do it on Saturday night. They bring in all these food cars and stuff like that, and they set up over here, and right down on the I call it a boardwalk. It's actually, they put in these beautiful stone sidewalks in town when we got the grant, and then they did the same thing down there. They actually closed off an entire road. It was only like 2 blocks long, and they put this beautiful stone walkway in, and one of our little local restaurants down here by the lake, they put in this beautiful outside dining area. stone stairs going from the walkway up to the dining area and stuff. They put in stages, they put in new swings and things like that. So they went all out for it. They spent, well, let's just say that between the original grant and the money they got from the state, it was a few $1,000,000. And I think they spent $70,000 on the pier alone. Another couple $100,000 on the walkway, the stage, parking area, things like that. So, but it's time for that fun stuff to start again. So of course, you know, I'll have you guys come along with me so everybody enjoys it. We found a new house here in town that we're looking to investigate. We're currently trying to find the owner of the property. Old Navy base, other stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. Heck, I would enjoy something like that. Any rendezvous this year? That's a good question, Paul. That is a good question. Dog, man, I am glad that you got a hold of, or that you came in here this morning. I was going to message you. Get a hold of the city of Cassopolis. I mean, it's going to be a drive for you, but it'll probably be beneficial. We have got every couple weeks during the summer, once a month, something like that, we do these village festivals since they put in the new pier, the new beach, the walkway, the stage, everything. We do these village festivals either every couple weeks or once a month all summer long. And they bring in food vendors and stuff like that. And these guys make money hand over fist. I mean, you're talking about not only the entire town of Cassopolis, but you're talking about Edwardsburg, Dowagiac, the rural area, everything. That might be something for you to bring your hot dog wagon to and make a little bit of money. Money. I don't know what they charge. I don't know any of that. But it might be worth the couple hour or the hour and a half, whatever drive coming over here, bringing your wiener wagon with you, and you know, sharing your wieners with people. Wiener. They're gonna be bored. Man, I'll tell you what, Crypt Keeper, I would love doing the Navy base thing, or the naval base thing. I think that'd be cool. But as for rendezvous, I'm not sure. I don't really hear a lot about just encampments anymore. I don't know if it's something that's kind of going to the wayside a little bit around here or what, but I don't really hear much about just encampments anymore. I think it's cool because it's in Idaho, Navy training base in Idaho. Yeah. The hell kind of naval training base do you have in a landlocked state? I mean, they have this thing set up at a lake. I mean, what kind of training base do you have set up in a landlocked location? Wiener water soup. Take that boiled wiener water, throw in some rice or some pasta or something, and I will check right now. The city here wants too much info, I think. They don't need, so I'm opting out from our city. My business is my business, not the, exactly. Exactly. I agree 100%, dog. I mean, they don't need to know your your frickin' birth date and your uh, the name of your firstborn child. And yeah, I mean, you're going in there to sell hot dogs. You're not going in there to do, at-home gynecological visits or something like that. I mean, come on, Jesus criminy. We got plenty of deep lakes. See, that's what I was wondering about. If it was set up on a lake like that, that would be kind of cool. That sucks. We have one rendezvous here that happens every year. The COVID put an end to them for a while. Think they are coming back though. Yeah, we had a lot of rendezvous and stuff go under because of the pandemic, and I've not heard of a lot of our local ones coming back. I mean, your big ones like way up north, um, stuff like that that are 3, 4, 5 hours to drive to, that are way up in the UP. Yeah, those are still going on. Some of them down southern tip of Indiana, once again, 3, 4, 4.5 hour drive. But around here, I don't hear about many of them. It's mostly reenactments going here. I think they did stuff with subs. Wow. In lakes. That'd be kind of cool. I have to look it up again. Look up Farragut State Park in Bayview, Idaho. Farrah, Farrah, Farragut State Park, Bayview, Idaho. Cool beans. I will definitely check that out. They want all that info so they can raise my property tax as a business instead of residential. And it gives them a legal right to inspect it and make sure it's up to commercial zoning. It's a hot dog wagon, for God's sakes. It's not like you're trying to open a frickin' restaurant. I mean, Jesus criminy, dude. I like reading and watching old history stuff. It drives my wife and kids nuts. Mine too. I actually seen a thing yesterday, and I wish that I could have found a way to copy it to show you guys. But it was you may be a historical reenactor. Like you might be a redneck. It was you may be a historical reenactor if, and then it gave like 10 different, like your idea of proper clothing style went out of style 135 years ago. If your friends and family refuse to go see a historic, in quotes, historic film with you, if if your birthday and Christmas list looks like a quartermaster order form, you might be a reenactor. Things like that. So yeah, I believe me, I know exactly where you're coming from, Crypt Keeper. Any way to scam a buck. Oh yeah. You know how them local governments are, man. Any way that they can make $1 off people, they're gonna jump on that thing like a dung beetle on a pile of cow poop. There isn't many videos on it, but there is a few. Maybe I'll add some to the database. There you go. Do it. You still dress within this decade? Man, not me. My wife hates it. I got out of bed, or I got up this morning at 4 o'clock. I actually slept in this morning, and I put on a pair of jeans and a regular shirt. And yesterday I ran around most of the day in my wool Union captain's coat. All weekend long I was dressed in, wool and leather and everything else. Wife hates it when we go to town or something like that, because I've always got a 6-shooter strapped to my side. I've always got my my Mexican cowboy hat on, my vest. She don't like taking me out in public very much. But the really cool thing about it is, when we do go out in public, I get stopped about 24 times for selfies and photos and shit like that. It keeps up like this, I'm going to have to order new business cards, or more business cards. I always carry about 40 of them in my back pocket, because every time I go out, I got people taking business cards. You're alright, Caucasian. Better late than never, bud. Better late than never. Oh, man. But it is about that time, guys. We got less than a minute to go. I got to get with Danny, find out about Unrestricted Paranormal, if we're going to do another show tonight, since I am now officially his co-host. We'll see you later, dog. Take care of yourself, buddy. Good to see you this morning. I'll have to find out from him if we're going to do a show tonight or not, since I'm now his co-host with that. Definitely, if you're not already subscribed to Unrestricted Paranormal, of course it's spelt like this. I think. I think that's how it's spelled. I'm not sure. Go back up in the chat. You'll see Unrestricted Paranormal. Definitely subscribe to him. That way you'll know when we're going to be on there. Just gives you one more chance to see this, Oh, good to see you. Glad I could find time to chat with you. I appreciate that, Crypt Keeper. I really do. I really do. It's nice to have, that loyal group to come in and chat and him haul around and, chew the cigar with you for a bit. But it is that time, guys. It is time for me to be like a fat baby and head out. It is time for me to be like a tree and leave. It is time for me to be like a bunch of birds and get the flock out of here. So, we may be on tonight on here. We may be on Unrestricted. I'll find out. We'll see what happens. So just watch both channels to be sure where you can see me on Wednesday nights. But that's it. Have a great Wednesday, guys. Have a wonderful hump day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good day.